Welcome to Blooming Wildwood Homestead. Today we are going to be planting out some of our tomato plants. This is a project that probably should have been done a little while ago, but man, it has been really chilly here, and so I've just been holding off getting them into the ground outside, but they're growing out, the roots are growing out through the bottom, and they really need to go out and be planted. So we're gonna give it a go. We're supposed to get some warmer weather next week. Hopefully we'll be out of the low 50s for the end of May. Boy, don't even get me started. Anyway, the weather's been crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and get these in the ground. I'm planting a few into the greenhouse, and then we're gonna put a few outside as well. I'm just experimenting a little bit with which varieties might do best in the greenhouse, so that's why I'm going to put a little bit of each one in here, and then we'll see how they perform throughout the course of the year and decide if I want to do that again in the future, or if I might want to limit what actually goes in the greenhouse to 1 or 2 varieties. So let me show you what we have to work with today. This here is one that I tried, a variety that I tried last year. It's the Ruby Crush, and these are little grape tomatoes. They were pretty expensive seed, but I absolutely loved them. Normally I would try to go for an open pollinated. This is an F1, but it was worth it enough that I went ahead and planted some again this year. This one is Oregon Spring. This is a sauce type tomato. Plants weren't super tall last year, but the tomatoes on here were huge. So we'll see how it does. We've got some Novas. Those are again a paste type tomato and great for canning. We've got a Stupus, and this one is definitely antsy to get in the ground. These were started earlier than the others and definitely need to be planted. This one is a little earlier producer, which will be nice for getting those tomatoes to come on a little bit earlier. This tall guy here is the Amish Paste. These tomatoes get huge. This one is a little later to fruit and get ripe, so it's kind of a nice end of season tomato. And then we have my token early cherry. These are very delicious. When it comes to spacing, we want to give these guys anywhere from 18 to 24 inches. The bigger ones, I probably want to go closer to 24. Some of the smaller plants, I could probably get away with more the 18. I want to make these holes nice and big because tomatoes will continue to grow roots all along the stem where they're covered with dirt. So I want to make sure that they're nice and deep so that they can be really well established. We want to pop some nutrition into each hole. I'm going to use a generous serving of fertilizer. In addition to that, we are going to add some crushed up eggshells. This is going to help provide some extra calcium, which is supposed to ward off some of the blossom end rot. And we're going to add a little bit of a few coffee grounds. As well. If you don't have some of the extras like the eggshells or the coffee grounds, no big deal. Make sure you have fertilizer in the hole and you'll be in good shape. I'm going to start with the Amish Paste because I did leave a little larger spacing here since these are going to be larger plants. They should have roots all the way up to where you have them in dirt, but I want to plant them even a little bit deeper. So I'm just going to trim off that bottom set of leaves. Oh yeah, these guys need to be out. And then I'm just going to leave kind of a nice space for the water to be able to go so it doesn't end up running away from the plant. I am going to stake this up with a stick, at least for now. I might opt for a different method later, but for now we're going to give that a go. And that's really all there is to it here. I'm going to go ahead and tie these up to a stake. Now, the stakes are not as tall as I might eventually like them to be. I am looking at a couple of options here as far as how I might tie them up in the greenhouse. But for now, these will be a good start. So I'm going to go ahead and use some of this plant tape. And the nice thing here, it's pretty stretchy. So it will grow with the plants if need be. And I'll link to it down in the description below. We want to just support that enough that it will be able to stand upright as it continues to grow. The tomatoes are in, they look great, and we're gonna see how they do here in the greenhouse. I hope you found today's video helpful. Let me know in the comments below, what variety of tomatoes are you planning to grow this year? And are you planning to preserve them when the harvest comes to fruition? If today's video was helpful, don't forget to click like, and we would love to have you subscribe and be part of our community here at Blooming Wildwood Homestead. Until next time, bye everyone.